So we're going to go ahead and open up my Transaxle here for locking it for my Murray off-road mower. I'm here with Fearlessfront. Hey.
What's up, guys?
And so we're going to go ahead and open up my Transaxle. I got my new pulley there for my new gear ratio. And then once you open this up, we'll lock it and then re-grease it and put it back together. And hopefully everything goes according to plan. It shouldn't take too long. So we've got the Transaxle part now, and pretty excited now because I figured out that the Transaxle is an MST205, which is the same thing that Fearless has got in his Murray, and it's oil filled, so it's a lot more heavy duty than just a grease filled one. So we've got this opened up, and I guess we'll start welding up the ends here where there's a C-clips, and then we'll weld our spider gear in there, put it back together. Hopefully everything goes according to plan.
I've got welding gloves now that I can actually wear. Smells like cooking grease. I'm gonna set up a fan in that window so we don't die in here. It's like the Olympic torch.
Yeah. You've actually set fire to metal. It's because there's oil on it.
I know, but how cool does that look though? Like, really?
So cool. It's awesome.
It smells very strange.
Nice thick hot welds.
Point this at you for a second.
We're getting ready to lock the Transaxle now. I'm just going to do our little tacks right in there, and then on the spider gear on the other side, and then we'll flip the whole thing over and do another tack on the other side of them. And but we've got our axle gears all welded in there too, so that's all good. We've got all the slag off them, and ready to weld here pretty soon.
There.
It's that side done. You gotta rotate the whole thing.
It should be locked as of right now, it's just not permanently.
Probably that's what other people have done, and that's what they say when they break them. They're like, oh, it broke, because you only did one tack.
Yeah, and the other thing is you got to make sure everything is perfect. Like I was just saying, if you put this welder in here and twist it to the side, you can see that's going to screw things up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's got to be really precise, stupidly precise.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm caught on the keyway. Oh, now I'm caught in jeans. Oops.
There you go.
Still good. I'm welding this on the hottest setting.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
You really need fat, hot welds, though.
As much as you can. Because you don't necessarily want a lot of welding material in there. You want to try to melt the metal together. Because the weld is only as good as far as you penetrate it.
So we're going to go ahead and lock the, or weld the rest of these gears to the shaft here. We just did our tacks here, and then up there, and there. And so Todd's going to finish up the rest of those, and then we'll put it back together.
That's a man's candle right there.
Man candle. This is the finished product here. We just finished up all the welds all the way around, and it looks pretty sweet. We just finished getting the slag off with the wire wheel, and now we're ready to put this thing all back in the Transaxle. So now we're gonna start putting the Transaxle back together. We've got everything locked, everything cleaned. There are axle shafts. We're just putting the what is that stuff? The
this is
grease stuff.
Just assembly lube.
Motor assembly white grease, just on this, so that when we run it for the first time, we're gonna have some lubrication if the oil isn't always, you know, right in there yet. So make everything good in here.
It's nice. Not that these spin anymore, but we'll grease them anyways.
Yeah.
make sure you put your washers back in.
We're only running one on mine because when we put the gears in, we put them a little bit closer to the end of the shaft, so you can't fit both of your washers in here. This is the other one that went on the shorter shaft, but we're just going to keep the one on the long shaft, and there's no play in there anyway right now, so
Nah, she's tight.
So it's fine just running one, just to keep that extra couple thousandths of an inch there.
This is the fun part.
Putting it back together without being...
Still not in there perfect. You know what I might have is, try doing this.
There she goes.
Maybe not. I might have it backwards still.
That shaft is still lifting up there.
Yeah, I know. You know what I might try actually is, it's finding that right combination, how I welded it.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, then this thing's gonna kill itself as soon as you start it up.
Yeah.
That's still not it. Right there, that looks like it. Yep, bingo.
There it is.
Take time and figure out how you welded it, because if you don't, and I put it together the way it was, as soon as this would have rotated, it would have been out around and it would have just split this case right in half. You can see that that is pretty much perfect.
And we're locked now. If I hold this one, you can't turn it. So now reassembly begins. We're putting red gasket all the way around the transaxle, and then we'll put this thing back together. So it'll be awesome because it's cheap.
No water in?
Cheap is always awesome.
Yeah. And not having water invading your oil is also awesome.
Yeah. Fearless also has to find a new cap for his silicone because it's cracked. So we have to use as much of it right now as we possibly can.
The last time this silicone's getting used.
So I finally got this thing back together. It took longer than expected, definitely, but we're just putting in gear oil, which is 80 weight, 80W, 85W90 gear oil. You're supposed to put it in 16 ounces of oil for the 205 and the 206 Peerless transmissions. So this is 14 ounces, so I'll have to add a little bit more later. But so that's all back together now. We put our silicone around and should be all good. Hopefully. It's still locking and spinning fine, so.
It still spins awesome. You can put it in 5th gear. I think that's 5th.
Yep.
And then spin it. You can see it's not really much effort here on my part to spin this thing, and it is spinning both axle shafts.
Yep. Awesome.